when astronomers turn off every artificial signal and still hear a soft hiss from every direction. What exactly is the universe whispering? In the energy filament theory, that hiss is not a dirty instrument but the sound of countless tiny action relays in the energy sea that never quite lines up into clean beams or particles. The failed or short-lived cousins of light, waves and stable rings. Modern detectors are like turning up the volume in a quiet room. The more we amplify, the more we notice that even between the obvious signals there is always a background of microwaves, radio fuzz and quantum jitter that refuses to go away. In this picture, the universe is a tense energy sea that can pass patterns along from place to place. And everything we call light, gravitational waves, gluons or particle circulation is just a different style of who moves, in what way, along which path. A well-formed light filament is a success story of relays, one clear rhythm, one twisted thread, marching along a route for a very long time. A gravitational wave is another success. A huge pulse where an entire tension valley in the sea eaves in a coordinated way and passes that shoves outward shells by shells. Even a particle loop is a kind of success, where the relay has locked into a ring and runs laps around the same track instead of traveling away. Noise is what happens when attempts at relays never manage to grow into one of those cleaning patterns. Unstable particles are the easiest examples. Before they decay, they drag the local sea through a series of awkward, mismatched moves, tugging here, twisting there, never settling on a single beat or direction. When they finally break apart, the leftover motions are too small, too tangled and too short-lived to organize into a light strand or a stable ring. They remain as tiny local jitters, little bursts of incomplete relays that add up into a thicker background of random agitation rather than a sharp signal. The same logic helps tame the idea of quantum fluctuations. Instead of mysterious chaos with no story at all, you can think of them as countless weak action chains in the energy sea that try to line up into a disciplined formation and almost always fail. It is like soldiers in a fog who keep starting a march but lose steps and dissolve into a shuffling crowd before they reach the field. Your experiment sees the shuffling as random noise, because none of those half-formed relays survived long enough to show up as a clear, trackable structure. The biggest and most famous piece of cosmic background is the microwave glow at about 3 Kelvin that fills the sky. In this language, it is the cooled echo of a time when the entire energy sea was boiling with violent, badly organized motion. Back then, nothing had had time to settle into long-lived filaments or well-behaved rings. As the universe expanded and cooled, those early wild action chains were stretched, diluted and smoothed. And what remains today is a nearly uniform carpet of very gentle, very old relays still ticking away everywhere at once. On top of that carpet, radio astronomers see hints of an extra background. A little more hiss than you would expect after subtracting all the known galaxies and nebulae. Mainstream work is carefully checking every possible source. In this view, you can picture that leftover as the rough sum of countless tiny, short-range relays in the energy sea that never graduate into full light beams, plus the byproducts of uncountable unstable processes in places too faint or too crowded for us to resolve one by one. Our antennas do not see their individual stories, they only feel the combined rustling. A simple way to hold the picture is to think of an orchestra warming up. When a single player runs a clear, steady phrase, you hear a tune. When everyone plays random fragments at once, the hall fills with a picureless roar. In this picture, organized action relay is the tune, the things we name as light, waves and particles. Cosmic noise is all the practicing strokes and false starts piled on top of one another. So the punchline is quiet but radical. The background hiss is not a flaw in our equipment. It is evidence that the energy sea has never truly been still. Wherever relay manages to hold a pattern, we give it a proud name. Wherever relay stays weak, broken and uncoordinated, it simply contributes to the soft, universal static we call cosmic noise. Tap follow, share it on New Physics, Clear Universe.